5 years from now, most people watching this video will still be worried about money. Same stress, same financial anxiety, same feeling that somehow everyone else figured out the game while they're still trying to catch up. And the reason isn't laziness, it isn't intelligence. It's because they're following a wealth-building strategy that sounds responsible, but fails mathematically. Right now, millions of Americans are working harder than ever, saving money, paying their bills, trying to be financially responsible, yet they're making almost no real progress. Meanwhile, a small group of people are quietly building wealth faster every single year. Not because they're smarter, not because they're lucky, because they understand one financial principle that most people completely ignore. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why a single financial decision can be worth more than 10 years of investing. Because the biggest wealth-building mistake in America isn't what people are doing, it's what they're focusing on. And once you see the numbers, you won't be able to unsee them. Section 1. The financial lie everyone believes. Think about the financial advice you've heard your entire life. Save your money, cut expenses, skip the coffee, spend less, invest what you can. At first, it sounds reasonable. In fact, most people believe this is exactly how wealth is built. But there's a problem. If this advice alone created wealth, America would be full of wealthy people. Instead, millions of hard-working families are living paycheck to paycheck. They're following the rules, doing what they're told, yet somehow they're still stuck. And that's where the frustration begins. Because after years of effort, people start asking a dangerous question. What if I'm doing everything right and still falling behind? The answer is uncomfortable because the system teaches people to obsess over small financial decisions while ignoring the biggest number in the entire wealth equation, their income. Section 2. The number that changes everything. Most people treat investing as the engine of wealth, but that's backwards. Investing is the amplifier. Income is the engine. Imagine trying to win a Formula One race with a lawnmower engine. You can have perfect steering, perfect tires, perfect strategy, but without horsepower, you're not going anywhere. Money works the same way. And this is exactly where most people get trapped. They spend years trying to optimize returns, while their income stays frozen. They search for better investments, better apps, better portfolios, better strategies, but they never increase the amount of money entering the system, which means even great investments can't create life-changing results, and the math proves it. Section 3. The brutal wealth math nobody talks about. Let's run a simple experiment. Meet two people. Same age, same city, same starting point. Person A follows the traditional advice. They save $300 every month, for 5 straight years. No missed contributions, no mistakes, no emergencies. Nothing goes wrong. At the end of 5 years, they've saved $18,000. Invested with decent returns, maybe $21,000 or $22,000. That's respectable. But let's be honest, nobody's life changes because they accumulated $22,000 over 5 years. Now look at person B. Instead of focusing entirely on saving money, they focus on increasing their value, learning a higher income skill, negotiating raises, switching industries, building side income, taking calculated career risks. By year 3, their monthly income increases by $2,000. Suddenly, everything changes, because now they're saving more, investing more, building faster. The gap begins small, then it widens, then it explodes. And this is where most people misunderstand wealth. They think wealthy people became rich because they invested better. In reality, many became wealthy because they increased the size of the engine feeding the investments. The investment account gets the attention, the income engine creates the wealth. And once you understand this, you'll never look at money the same way again. Because the first phase of wealth building isn't about growing money, it's about increasing your ability to create money. And that realization changes everything. But even people who successfully increase their income fall into the next trap, a trap so common that millions of Americans walk directly into it every year, and most never escape. Section 4. The Lifestyle Inflation Trap. Picture this. You finally get the raise. Maybe it's $10,000, maybe $20,000, maybe even more. For a moment, it feels incredible. You've won. You've made it. You're finally getting ahead. Then something strange happens. The apartment gets upgraded, the car gets upgraded, the vacations get upgraded, the restaurants get upgraded, the subscriptions multiply. The spending quietly expands to match the income, and before long, the financial pressure returns. The raise disappears, not because you lost it, because you absorbed it. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. Your brain adapts to improvements with shocking speed. The thing you once dreamed about becomes normal, then normal becomes boring, then boring creates desire for something bigger, a nicer car, a larger house, a better neighborhood, a more expensive lifestyle, and suddenly you're earning twice as much but feeling exactly the same. This is one of the most dangerous financial illusions in modern America, because people assume higher income automatically creates wealth, but income only creates opportunity. Your behavior determines whether that opportunity becomes wealth or just a more expensive version of broke, and the numbers are everywhere. People earning $50,000 feel stressed. People earning $100,000 feel stressed. People earning $200,000 feel stressed. Different income, same anxiety, because lifestyle inflation quietly steals the difference, which is why wealthy people follow a rule that sounds simple but changes everything. Every time income increases, a portion immediately gets redirected toward future assets, not after spending, not after shopping, not after celebrating, before. Because the goal isn't to look wealthier, the goal is to become wealthier. And those are two very different games. Section 5. The rule that creates momentum. Most people think wealth comes from making brilliant decisions, but wealth usually comes from creating systems. Systems remove emotion, systems remove hesitation, systems remove excuses. Imagine receiving a $1,000 monthly raise. Most people see $1,000. Wealth builders see two separate decisions. $500 improves today's life, $500 improves tomorrow's life. Both win, neither gets neglected. This simple framework accomplishes something extraordinary. It allows lifestyle improvements without destroying financial progress. Because let's be realistic, money should improve your life. You should enjoy some of your success. The problem begins when every dollar gets consumed. That's when momentum dies. And momentum is everything. Momentum is when savings start growing automatically. Momentum is when investment balances become meaningful. Momentum is when the financial progress stops feeling impossible. Most people never experience this stage. They quit too early, or spend too much, or chase shortcuts. But the people who stay consistent eventually discover something surprising. The process becomes easier, not harder, because success begins creating more success. And that's where the investing conversation finally becomes exciting. Now here's the reality. 99% of people will finish this video, feel inspired, and continue living exactly the same way tomorrow. The other 1% will make a decision to become builders instead of consumers, owners instead of spectators, architects instead of victims. If you're choosing that path, comment the word momentum below. Because wealth isn't built when you understand the strategy. Wealth is built when you become the type of person who follows it. And if this video reaches 5,000 comments saying momentum, I'll release the exact step-by-step wealth acceleration system designed to help ordinary people build extraordinary financial progress over the next decade.